Good morning, Pro Crew. Welcome back to our live stream. Hopefully y'all are doing well today and are having a good one so far. Don't got a lot happening so far on the charts yet today, but there's always more to come, so we'll be working on it. We got our charts open right now. Nice little move yesterday, honestly. We had a nice move up into basically like 97.5 or so, a little bit farther than that. But yeah, crazy little move. So hopefully y'all were on that yesterday. Took the trade. Honestly, for our battle box, we didn't actually get a full-on setup. You could have kind of jumped in early, but it was a more risky move. So unfortunately for our trading system, we weren't able to jump into that move. But like I said yesterday, it's okay because that just means that our trading system didn't set up. So if you did take the trade, then you did a good job. You did a good trade. You had a good trading day, I guess I should say, not necessarily a good trade. But yeah, kind of crazy there as we're kind of jumping in to Thursday price action. See what we got for today. See what's happening. We are, like I said, we are working on some new stuff. So some of the newer systems that we're developing and stuff like that actually would have been able to get into this. We would have been able to take it up and I believe we took it all the way up to here on our newer system. So yeah, more to come. Maybe more trades to come. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully y'all are tuning in, got that subscribe button hit, you got the like button on, and you got that bell notification hit, so that way you can catch our videos coming up here in the future. We're going to be releasing that. I guess it's not been, we haven't decided yet, but I don't know. I would think it'd be in the future here in a little bit. So yeah, just keep an eye out, keep some attention on our channel just for that. But yeah, other than that, just a little bit of crazy price action yesterday into today. We're kind of moving sideways. Nothing too crazy happening yet. Just sideways price action. Kind of bumping into this resistance here at I believe this is our 1 hour resistance. So we're kind of running into this 1 hour resistance. Got our 4 hour resistance above us, kind of where we ran into last night. So we'll go ahead and get our battle box set up, see what we got for today, and yeah, see what we can jump into today, if anything. So we'll go ahead and head on over there. So if y'all have not been here before, this is our battle box website here. You can see we got a couple different things here on the main page, just mostly stuff kind of telling you what our service is about, like what we're trying to do with Kuroda.com, what Kuroda.com is for. Yeah, basically just why we even built it. Yeah, I mean overall that's basically what we're looking at. You can go ahead and get signed in and everything, and then we'll open up the suite here. This is going to be our main page for most of our stuff on our site. If you haven't seen it before, indicators are up here on the right. I believe the Intel section is out, so you can go ahead and check that out as well. You can see the Omega thing on mine. That unfortunately is only for us at the moment. We're working on that. That's why it's in red, I believe. And then yeah, and then we got our suite as the main page here. This is the main core of the battle box. Well, it's part of the core, I guess. Our main core, I would say, is probably like our GPT that we've made for it. But this is kind of part of it, as this is how you get the data for the GPT. So I'd say this is like one of the parts of it. We got some tea today in our cup. Throat's hurting a little bit this morning, so I don't know what that is, but you know, got some tea, a little bit of honey, always seems to help. So got that today. Set of coffee. I don't know, we'll see if it helps. Alright, we got our stuff set up here, so we can go ahead and punch it in, see if we can get our session initiated, see what we can do for today, see what the levels are, I guess. So we'll go ahead and hit the initiate calibration button, and that'll pop it open for us. You can see we got our daily resistance now, breakout triggers, breakdown triggers, and our daily support all in here. And they're nice and easy to copy. Just go ahead and hit copy indicator data. Once that gets copied, we'll go back to our chart here, and we can go ahead and open up our indicator and drop it in. So this is our indicator here, BattleBox command. We'll go ahead and grab all of the data string there and just paste our new stuff on top of it. And boom, all of our lines changed around. We got some brand new chart basically looking on here. Looks like we're up in the upper part of our range here, with the green line being our breakout trigger and the purple being our breakdown trigger. If you ever get confused by any of the lines, just go ahead and head back to our site. You can see right here on the bottom where it says daily resistance, we got that in red, breakout triggers in green, breakdown trigger in purple, and then over under me there is a blue daily support level. So you can go open up your chart, and then that's all you have to look for. So this blue dotted line down here, that's going to be your daily support there. Breakdown trigger is here in purple, green is your breakout trigger, and then the red line right above that is our daily resistance. So a little bit of resistance here up as we kind of try to break through the breakout trigger. So I don't know, we'll see. We got a pretty nice move up yesterday. We've kind of had a little bit of a nice run, so will we continue up? We'll have to just kind of watch the charts today, see what happens. We can go ahead and check out our longer time frames right now and see what we got for today, and see if anything is kind of setting up. So actually let's run our DMR first before we go ahead and do that. So to run a DMR, you just go back to the proto site, this green button over here that says launch BattleBox AI, you just go ahead and click on that. It'll copy the prompt, so if you already have GPT open, you just go back to it and paste it, but we don't, so we're going to press proceed to terminal. It'll open up a new screen with the GPT on it, like that, and then we just have to paste our thing in there, hit send, and now we are making our DMR. Just easy as that. Just a little bit of click this button, paste it here, click this button, paste it here, you know. Super easy compared to what we used to do for our system. Whenever we first started doing AI stuff, we had like 30 screenshots that we'd put in there, and then we'd do this and that, and then I don't know, it'd take like 15-20 minutes just to get the stuff set up. Now it takes like 5 minutes, and you do like triple of what we used to do. So way nicer, way easier. Recap looks a lot nicer, just cleaner on here. So you don't have to do as much work, as much thinking. You still have to be a trader to use it, I will say. So like, you're not going to just jump on here and be like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, and I'll just throw this stuff into the AI and ask it like when I should get in, and it will just tell me. It doesn't really work like that. It's designed to be used by a trader, so we've basically set it up so the more you know about trading, the better it's going to work for you, I guess I could say. The more you know what you want to do, the better it's going to work. So we've kind of got our system set up here. We just haven't, we aren't trying to make it for the average Joe. We're trying to make it for well, I guess we're trying to make it for the average Joe trader, not the average Joe, just regular person. So I don't know. There's that. Anyways, let's jump into our market snapshot here. So BTC is trading around that 97,000 range, going into the New York futures. And the key detail here is where it sits at the daily prices auction, the day's auction. You're opening inside value and inside the band, which usually means the market is still negotiating fair rather than expressing a clean directional initiative. That matters because inside value opens tend to reward selectivity. Price can move, but it often chops first, tests both sides, and forces traders to earn clarity instead of getting in it for free. Alright, so basically what that is saying is, based off of how we opened, we're looking more like we're going to continue to kind of bounce inside of our range. The range being between our green breakout trigger here and our purple breakdown trigger. We'll kind of bounce around in this range, hitting one of the breakout triggers, bouncing back to the POC, point of control. So once we hit it, we'll bounce back to our POC here. If we continue down to the purple line here, then we'll hit that and bounce back up. So it kind of just depends on how price handles in the next couple of minutes, going in probably about till like 8:45. Maybe we'll see a direction. Typically the last couple days, it's kind of how it's been. 8:45, it's kind of already picked a direction by then. If it doesn't pick a direction, and what I mean by pick a direction is we're going to see a break of either the breakout or the breakdown. Either way, we'll see the break of it. Then you'll see 2 candle closes on the 15. That 5 minute will go back and retest whatever level we broke out of, and then we're off to the races up to the upside. That all the way up to the 5 minute retest, that's telling us what direction that we're going to go in. So the first confirmation on the 15, and then by the second confirmation, you basically know, okay, we're basically confirming directional here. We know that we're going to go to the upside now. Now we're waiting for that 5 minutes to retest. And the only thing you're really watching for on the 5 minute retest is to make sure that it doesn't break down below the level that we're trying to take. Because if we start to break below and close below, then that means more than likely we're going to continue to the downside, actually. So that's why we say you got to wait until after the 5 minutes. So once you see the 5 minutes start to hit the trigger there and start to turn around and go the other way, then you know, all right, we're going directional. It's time to jump in. We're ready to go. Yeah, so that's kind of the thing there. That's kind of our daily market snapshot, I guess. So that's kind of what we're looking. Right now, the model says we are leaning long. Right about here, we're leaning long. It's light preference, but not a mandate. Score is 21% confidence, so really not too high. It thinks we're going to go up, but it hasn't. It's not completely sure. Both 1 day and 4 hour are labeled range, and the band status is inside band, which naturally expresses conviction, blah blah. All that to say is we're long, but we are not 100% long. Alright, so we can go and look at some charts. I'll kind of read off what the BattleBox has to say about them. Maybe we'll do a little bit of TA as well thrown in there. So we got our daily chart here on the screen right now. The daily trend is range, which lowers the odds of cleaning continuation behavior and increases the odds of mean reversion and fake clarity around obvious levels. In a daily range, your job is to treat extremes as a test and value as magnets until the market proves otherwise. Interesting. So it's saying we're still in this range here that we've been kind of moving around in. Obviously, we've kind of got the breakout. We got the closes. We're waiting for that retest, I believe, of probably the top of this level. If we even get that, we will see. That would be kind of what I'm looking at as far as what's the battle box saying there. That's what I'm thinking it's saying. RSI is kind of telling the same thing once we get up here a little bit farther maybe, so maybe another little bit of a push today, and then we'll reverse back down, try to target that mean, see if we can get a retest there or not. Kind of depends. So that's what I'm kind of seeing on the daily there. Moving on to the 4 hour. For the 4 hour, it says it's also in a range with a slope score of 0, reinforcing that the balanced environment, that this is a balanced environment. Balanced environments move just enough to invite commitment and then revert back towards the value if accepted. So basically, we are sideways right here. We got price kind of flagging a little bit sideways, but as it said, we are still kind of in this range here, so we're looking to kind of reverse back down, at least come to 21, retest it, see if we can continue up. If not, we might come all the way back to this 200. RSI is getting topped out. MACD is starting to fade on the momentum there, so more than likely we'll see at least a little bit of a pullback here on the 4 hour here pretty soon. Probably just back to that range if anything, so nothing too crazy. Heading up to the 1 hour. The 1 hour gives you the day's truth test, 97,191 as resistance and 95,777 as support. The shelves are this clean and symmetric. It usually means that the market is waiting for participants to prove which side can hold territory rather than simply touching it. So basically, we're waiting to see if we get that breakdown. Right now, we're sitting sideways. Haven't proved anything. Do have that flag forming here on the 1 hour. If we played that flag out, I'm not going to draw the flag, but we would run it up to about 99, almost 100k. So a big fat round number there at 100k. So that is something that we should be kind of mindful of. Maybe not necessarily watching for, but definitely mindful of the fact that we could go up and hit that. All right. Get some tea, keep the voice lubricated, so we can continue talking, hanging out. We got RSI. Ooh, maybe tea didn't work that well. We got RSI kind of downtrending here. Same with the MACD. Not a good sign for continuing to the upside. Could see that flip here. I don't know. We'll see as price kind of moves out throughout the day. Like it said, we could really go anywhere at this point. RSI is almost mid-range, and it doesn't have a whole ton of downward momentum, so we could see it kind of swing, at least go flat, and then see which way we'll go, up or down. So we'll see what will happen there. Moving on, we'll head back to that 15. Gonna see where price action is. Looks like we're kind of hitting the breakout trigger right now. Haven't broken through it yet, so nothing crazy happening. If y'all are watching, just make sure you're keeping an eye here on that 15 minute, because that's kind of our important minute right now, especially for today. So we'll see if we can get a breakout here or anything like that. I don't know, kind of a weird day. We have had 2 running days, like 2 days of nice runs. So was it 2 or 3 even? It might have even been 3. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Yep. So really just 2 days, I guess. Monday we had a little bit of a run, but nothing crazy. And then Tuesday we took off, and then we kind of traded sideways into Wednesday, took off again, and now we're kind of trading sideways. see. Nope, we don't got any kind of. There's sort of some divergence here, with this kind of being flat more or less, with your peak here and peak here being flat, and then this is an uptrend. So there is divergence there. That could just mean that we continue to kind of run sideways for a little bit farther before we break up. So and sorry, my throat's kind of hurt. Yeah, don't got much more going on. That's kind of what we're watching. How's price likely to behave today? With the range backdrop in an in value open and inside band conditions, the most common behavior is rotation first, decision second. Price often probes above the volume area high and the volume area low early, looking for responsive participation, and then snaps back towards the POC if accepted. Doesn't develop. So basically, we're waiting. Just make sure that you get the confirmation before you jump in. You don't want to be jumping in early. That's kind of where problems arise. Like we've been saying the last couple days, you know, if you're not being patient, if you're not waiting for the trade to happen, then you're going to get smoked. Something's going to happen to you. You're just basically doing some bad trading. You're not following your system. So you want to make sure that price actually sets up, and then we can go ahead and jump into the trade happening. Because yeah, other than that, it's really just a waiting game. A lot of trading is kind of sitting around. It's kind of like, you know, like fishing. You throw your line out. Fishing, I guess fishing like with the bobber, depends on how you're fishing, but you know, you throw your line out. It's sitting out there in the water. You're watching your bobber, and nothing's really happening. Kind of just hanging out. You still want to have the line. You still want to be ready to go, but you don't have a whole lot to do. You're just kind of waiting for something to happen. That's kind of what we're doing right now. So we got our line in the water. Our bobber's sitting there, bobbing up and down. We're waiting until we see that thing drop underwater, and then we know, boom, we got a fish, right? We want to hook on. So we'll snap our hook, and then that's when we can pull in the trade there. But for right now, nothing's happening. Our bobber's just sitting there. So we just basically sit on our hands, hold our pole, check it out, just wait, talk to your buddy, whatever, you know. You don't want to exactly leave the market, because there is trade about, well, there's potential trade, I guess, there, potential fish or whatever you want to say, in the water, but it's not there yet. So we're just waiting kind of on that bobber to kind of drop under the water, and then we'll know, you know, we can take the direction move this way or that way. We will kind of just have to watch and see what happens. So that's really the main thing, is just make sure that you're being patient, make sure that you're watching. You're not jumping into anything too early, you're not waiting on stuff like forever, I guess, too. If it does set up and get ready, we want to jump in, so we're not waiting around for that to happen. Alright, so not a whole lot left kind of going on. That's the trade for today, is kind of hanging around, sitting there waiting. Normally we'd kind of sit here, check out the chart, talk a little bit more, but like I said, my throat is kind of hurting, and I don't want to push it too much, so this will probably be about it. If you all have any questions, feel free to throw them in the chat. I'll give you all some answers, but other than that, like I said, we're just waiting on those two candle closes, and then we'll be jumping into the trade. We'll give you guys a couple seconds here to type some stuff in the chat, check it out, see if we got anything going on. Any kind of questions about the battle box, anything like that, you can go ahead and ask, and we'll try to answer as best we can. We could even ask the GPT if y'all would like to throw in some questions there. But yeah, not a whole lot kind of happening here on the charts, at least as for today. Just a lot of sideways price action kind of within our boundaries. Once we break out of those, then we can take it up. All right. Well, yeah, thank y'all for watching, I guess. We will be back next Tuesday. Our live will probably be a little bit longer, probably feeling a little bit better, more than likely. So thank y'all for watching today and for checking in with us. We're always glad to have everybody on the live stream. Like I said, we do got our different courses and stuff on Kubota.com, so you can check that out if you'd like. Those are all completely free. You can learn how to trade on there. Got our recap coming out at 10, so if you kind of want to see a little bit of TA on yesterday's price action, just learn basically from what's now history. That's always a good option. That's what you want to learn from anyways, so going back and learning from stuff like that is it's how you get better. So make sure you go ahead and check that out, see what you can go ahead and jump into, see if you can learn anything from that. And like I said, feel free, throw some comments, questions in there if you have them. We will try to answer as best we can. We always try to answer the questions either in the comments section or in the next video, so just stay tuned. Throw those in there if you have any questions, anything like that. But yeah, thank you all for watching. We will catch y'all next Tuesday, like I said, at 8 a.m. sharp, so make sure you tune in, make sure you're here for that. Other than that, y'all have a good weekend. We will see y'all next Tuesday. Happy trading, y'all. Bye.